hair's so pretty.
Excellent start.
Disappointing.
Hi, Ellie. I am seeing you.
Hi. I'm still up at school. Allie's at home. And we're making our podcast.
We are planning a future podcast. This podcast name is a working title that we like so far. The idea overall is we have unpopular opinions. We are queen of those. Mainly with movies, television. So we disappoint everyone.
But we're still us.
Some people would call it being quirky.
That's what I think it is. We're just quirky. I know one of the things that we're most definitely going to talk about is movies and our unpopular opinions on movies. And we share quite a bit of those. That's going to be one of them.
Woo!
We're just going to talk about like the disappointments throughout our day. I tend to have a lot of those days. I still have a question.
Yes, Ellie.
Why are we disappointments?
Society says so. We cannot argue with what society decides. Well, we can, but they won't agree.
I guess. Let's take a moment to
thank our sponsors. Nobody. Because we are
the disappointments. I wonder if, so this could be a good idea. So what if, like, for the time being, before I get pictures up here, because I need to print stuff out, what if I just write the disappointments up here?
That would be perfect. And then I want to hear all the stories of when people came in your room and saw that.
Sophia's gonna come in my room with Milo one day. She's gonna be like, "What is that on your wall?"
That would be perfect.
I think I might do that. And I'm gonna have my lights on. Let me see how well my lights look. That doesn't look bad. I think I might like take each of those papers that's already up now, and I'm just gonna write one letter throughout each of them. And I'm just gonna hang them.
Hopefully people will submit topics they want us to talk about.
Yeah, that'd be really cool, because right now we're just kind of like flying solo. Like, we're kind of just like, oh, we'll talk about this and that, and like we can also get suggestions from people.
I've been surprised with my vlog channel. No one's ever asked questions.
Maybe a podcast is just what they need.
Yes.
Send us questions and ask us to do topics. And oh my god. What people are going to be looking like after our podcast.
I have to start each podcast with what's disappointing us currently.
I'm like looking at myself in like my screen, and sometimes I just have like this double chin thing going on, and I'm like, I hate that. I don't know why. I've always looked like that. I'm like, you know, start talking like that. Welcome to the podcast. I don't know why my voice changed.
Mickey Mouse is here. He does not disappoint me. Okay, so what are some of your physical features that disappoint you?
I'm gonna do it in my Mickey Mouse voice. Well, there was this. One thing I'm not disappointed in is I'm wearing Christmas socks.
It's too hot in my house to wear socks.
It's freezing in my apartment.
Trajan.
It's like maybe like 70 degrees, maybe between 65 70 degrees. I'm like, it's cold in here. I wake up freezing. I wake up like it's Christmas every morning in Antarctica.
I've had serious fall fever and I want the cool weather.
I do too, but I feel like it's been getting a little cooler. At least up here it has been. No, it didn't drop like 10 degrees or anything like that, but it dropped like a few.
I want it to be like early 70s.
Yes.
That is like the best weather, and we never get it. It's either hot or we like skip right into the 60s. We don't get that in between.
It's very rare we get that in between, which sucks. I heard from a customer that if you go to like Jacksonville or Tallahassee, you can actually see the color change for fall and stuff, which I never experienced. I was like, really?
That's one reason fall is my favorite. I love the colors.
No, but apparently now it's all gray. Disappointing.
That is on my podcast this week for what disappoints me. The color gray disappoints me.
Well, I don't think it's the color gray that disappoints you. I think it's the fact that people use it so much in decorating and stuff like that is what disappoints you. Because you even said that you don't hate gray.
Yes, but it's blown out of proportion. It's like become
Yeah.
popular all of a sudden.
Hmm.
And I'm tired of seeing it. And now they're putting it in places it doesn't need to be.
Even in my place of work, I think I sent you that picture of a dish towel that was all gray, except for this one little orange pumpkin.
I went to Dollar Tree because they had the fall decorations out, and I wanted to get a few. And I
Mhm.
forget what it was, but there was like some like fall decoration that was gray. I think it was like freaking fall leaves. I was like, that is not gray. In what universe are fall leaves gray?
It can go with the gray decor for fall, like what you see on Etsy and everything.
No, the reason I like fall is the pretty fall colors of orange and yellow, the bright, happy. Where is the gray? Nowhere. The color gray is what disappoints me.
Can you imagine? Everybody's decorating their houses gray, especially for fall now. So can you imagine evolution is taking place? So now besides orange and brown leaves, when they die, it's just going to be gray. And that's going to be the color of fall, all because the human race decided to decorate their homes gray colors for fall.
The whole world has become boring. Logos for things used to be fun. McDonald's used to be the bright yellow, red building. Now, what color is McDonald's buildings now, Ellie?
Blue?
No.
Black.
Mm-mm.
You know, whatever it is, I bet it's a pretty happy color, the color that like makes people want to come in and be like, wow, I'm at McDonald's, yay.
You would think it'd be warm and inviting and get you to come in, but no. McDonald's looks like a depressed middle-aged adult now. You know what color it is? No, what color is it?
A depressed middle-aged adult. You know what color they painted the school now? Our old high school?
Oh, I bet it's like probably blue to go with like our mascot.
Yeah, maybe like a blue color. Yeah, you would think.
Our school colors. Woo!
Technically, our school colors was blue and gray, though.
Gray was one of our colors.
Yeah, remember for our graduation, like all the boys were blue and all the girls were gray. You don't remember that?
I remember feeling like I looked like aluminum foil.
You're like a burrito baking out in the sun because our graduation was in the morning.
To get rid of gray.
Get rid of all gray.
I'm over it.
I mean, I wouldn't say get rid of all gray because that's one of the colors I look best in. And what I like about our school being now gray is that you live right next to it. So whenever you're driving or whatever, you're always going to see it.
The school used to stand out all the way down the road. Now I still see it, but it blends in with the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Until I, go around to the front of the school and I'm like, wow, that gray color looks awful with the roof color. That terracotta orange, whatever it is, doesn't go well together.
Yeah, like I didn't like that our school was pink. I didn't really like the pink color to it. There was just too much pink, if that makes sense. So they could have changed it up to like our school colors, like blue and gray and stuff. Like maybe different sections of the building would be blue and gray.
If it wasn't just all gray, that'd be different. If it was just gray here and there, that's fine.
Nope, all gray. It really does look like a prison now. People used to call it the pink prison. Now they can call it just prison because prison is gray.
I think it did kind of make sense that all the government buildings in our town were pink. So it kind of matched the library's pink.
I didn't notice
Main Street was pink.
I didn't notice that actually. You're right.
And the school is a government building.
Not anymore. It's a great building. Do you think they repainted the lockers in there too? Did you ever use those lockers, by the way? Did you ever any locker?
At the beginning of every year, they were like, ask, because lockers were optional, and I always said, I don't want one.
I carried my books everywhere.
I don't want to worry about it. Just want to keep all my stuff with me, so I always have it.
We only had like a 5-minute break in between like getting the classes and stuff. So if your class was like all the way in like the V wing and then it was all the way on the other side to like around where the bus loop is, for those of you listening, it's like by a walk or something like that. Maybe not that long, but it was pretty long.
Most of the time, my classes were always opposite sides of campus.
Yeah.
Brought my grandma to one open house. We were late to every class because it was so far away.
Yep. And then what also like gets me mad is like the teachers who are like, oh, the bell doesn't dismiss you, I dismiss you. And it's like, but you have another class waiting for you outside, and we all have other classes to go to. And if we are late for said classes, we will get in trouble with those teachers. That's on you, not us. And those lockers were like also like, our school was different. We didn't have necessarily an indoor school. I don't know how to describe it. Like everything was sort of outdoors.
It was like a motel.
Yes, exactly. Have like little room if you wanted a locker. You'd have to like stay right here and have everybody go around you. I'd be so annoyed. I hated everybody at school. Oh,
I was there.
sorry. Yeah, sorry for people I went to high school with. You guys are cool. But
I hated everyone there except the ones that were there with me.
yes. That got a little off topic. I'm sorry, but
we didn't have a topic.
Well, no, we were talking about the topic of gray and stuff like that and how it was disappointing to you.
My roommate Jessica, her bedroom was all gray. She invited me in to help her decorate. Like, and then I was thinking of putting a gray rug here. What do you think?
That's perfect.
It'll match your bed set and your cups and your shelves and every single freaking thing in here. Yeah, it looks great.
So what was her favorite color? I want to say like a yellow. That could be the color of our background. Gray.
No, I do not want gray in our podcast logo.
But it's disappointing.
If we ever have merch, we're going to have anti-gray hoodies and stuff.
Stop the gray.
I was so upset. Target got all these beautiful colored cups. They had peach ones, teal ones, like every color you could imagine. They all look so cute. And then Jessica comes home. She said, those new cups Target has, I got us some for our apartment. I was like, really? What did you get? Gray ones. Gray options. That's the one you picked, honey? Oh. Oh, you could get. They had every color of the dang rainbow there, and you picked gray.
She got you all gray ones, not even like different colors to see like who would rather have like blue or peach or pink or something like that. All gray.
Coded. Allie is the peach one, so and so is the blue one, and Jessica can be gray all she wants.
You're gonna hate this too. So Catherine, my roommate, she was nice. She actually got us all like these Halloween themed cups, like plastic cups or whatever. Ooh, I don't know where she got them from, but she got one for all of us and she wrote our names on them. I was like, oh, that's sweet. Mine's gray with the skull.
In what universe is gray a Halloween color?
You know what? I haven't. It is sweet. I like it. But that's it.
If it was black, it would look like a pirate flag.
That's what I was thinking.
Are all the cups the same, just the colors different?
It's all in the sink. I don't know whose it is, but theirs is orange.
That's a Halloween color, Ellie.
Mm-hmm. It's a fall
Yours
color.
isn't.
Nope. I'm a pirate. Oh, this is going to be completely off topic, but for no reason at all. I bought a 10-foot long charger.
I had one, and I forgot it in my Uncle Glenn's truck. And he said he was going to mail it back to me. And then later he texts me, so I lost it.
Disappointing. That's what we can say throughout our podcast. We could just go, disappointing.
Yes. Disappointing.
This gets me so excited for this.
Any obscure things disappoint you like that?
I'm trying to think. Like, I know there's probably some other things, but it's just like what comes to my mind right now. Like just kind of thinking off the top of my head. I do hate it when people overhype things, and then when you go see it or go do it, it's just incredibly disappointing. So for example, Zaxby's restaurant chicken restaurant. We both heard from everybody that it was supposed to be so good. And I remember my very first semester moving up here, my big brother was like, Zaxby's, it's so good. Let's go get Zaxby's and stuff like that. We get myself situated, we get myself packed, and then we decide to go get Zaxby's.
It was disgusting.
But how like everybody was hyping up like Zaxby's is amazing. It's like, it's really not amazing. That's what disappoints me, is when people overhype something. I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta try it. And that's happened to me a lot since I came up here, because everyone's like, you never tried this? Oh, we gotta go try it. And I'm like, it's not that good.
I mean, I overhype like everything that I like, and everyone disagrees with me, so they would all feel the way you do. But when I overhype things to you, you usually agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Again, when you first moved here restaurant-wise, I overhyped Del Taco.
And Del Taco is so much better than Taco Bell. Fight me. This question's going to lead me to my topic. What did Dana think of Candyman?
They didn't get to see it because of how it was rated, and they didn't have enough.
Oh, that's right. So Candyman was a movie that came out like last month, something like that. Maybe not everybody, but it was a pretty hyped up movie. Like, people were saying how scary it was. My big brother, he told me that they had like some type of scary warning. Apparently it was that freaky. And he heard from a few people how scary it was and everything. But me and Sophia went to go see it. It wasn't that scary. Like, it was nothing. They had an epilepsy warning, which I totally agree with, because there was quite a bit of flashing lights and everything else like that. That I understood. But warning for it being scary, like, it wasn't scary. There was like one or two jump scares that maybe got me, but I got over them quickly. It just wasn't that good of a movie.
I've yet to see any advertisement for Candyman.
Really?
But I don't follow much horror movie stuff.
Yeah, I have like a lot of horror movie topics to talk about, but I know you don't watch horror, so I'm like, I don't have anyone.
Well, eventually, I'm going to be talking about anime. You're going to be talking about Marvel.
True. Yes.
And there's always people watching who will watch those things.
One movie that was, I don't know if it was particularly overhyped, but it could have been way more overhyped, and I think it should have been, was the movie Shang-Chi, the Marvel movie that came out. I was on the fence on going to see it. That was such a good movie. It leads up to so much more. And like the choreography, like the action sequence, the story, it was all just so good. It was such a great movie. It was so good.
Well,
Yes.
every movie, unless it's a Disney movie, because they advertise like crazy nowadays, every movie that's been at the theaters, I'm not seeing much advertisement for. I go to the theaters, I see all these movie posters, I'm like, I haven't heard of any of these.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I don't know why they do that though. Disappointing.
Along with the how they're marketing more these days than they were. I was thinking today of how Frozen is more popular than Tangled.
Mm-hmm.
And how, like, when the first Frozen movie came out, Frozen became everywhere. You go to Walmart, Anna and Elsa's faces on everything. Did they even do that when Tangled first came out? I don't remember seeing Tangled everywhere.
No, I think Frozen just completely outshone everything.
Disney is even like advertising their parks more than they ever used to. Like, every time I turn on the TV, there's a commercial for Come to Disney World.
I guess maybe people are still afraid to like go out because of COVID and stuff like that.
Even before COVID, they were everywhere.
Yeah. Trying to get people into the parks,
I know they're not hurting for park guests. They keep raising the prices to try to limit it because there's too many.
Yeah.
So I've been getting keep advertising like crazy.
For some reason, I've been getting more advertisements for Velocicoaster, which fully opened in the public in June. But I wrote it in May because I knew someone who worked there and he was able to get us in. But now in August, when it's already open and I already wrote it, it says coming this summer. The race is on in June, starting this summer in June. I'm like, it's August. No, it's now it's September. Why am I getting this now? Again, that's like just like one thing that came into my mind. I'm pretty sure I have like others, but I just can't think of any right now. Probably just because I'm a little tired. We talked for like, how long was that? Half hour? So like if we were able to do all that, like kind of more on the spot, can you imagine what it'd be like when we plan out like what we're going to talk about and stuff?
We would be undefeatable.
Mm-hmm. The disappointment. I can't wait to put that on my wall. I'm gonna have to take them down though if my parents ever come up to see me. I don't really want them to know what we're doing.
You could just say that's just what I call the apartment. This was my stress reliever to name my roommates that.
Each day they pissed me off, another letter was earned. I wrote this all in a day. Oh my god, this is gonna be so good.
So good. Ding, ding.
So good.
I got you. Bum, bum, bum.
Thought there was more bums.
When I hold you, Emma.
Do you think we should like have like a thing at the end of the podcast where like something that doesn't disappoint us, just to have like a little bit more of a happy
end on a positive note?
Yeah,
because there's so much negativity in the world. But I mean, the whole podcast is us, laughing at inconveniences, making it happy.
Yeah,
but still, we want something that legitimately makes us
happy.
Something that makes me happy. Actual fall colors.
Actual like orange and brown colors and gold.
I have been super festive, as I said. I've already started hanging up fall colors. Mother says I have to wait until October 1st to hang my Halloween decorations up. So unfair, Mom. Disappointing. But
you have a few more days.
I started in my room. I wrapped fall leaves, fake ones, obviously. Well, we need your thing that makes you happy.
Okay, so honestly, like one of the things that really makes me happy is my fairy lights. My friend Shaylin, I love her to death. She is amazing and I miss her so much. I need to see her soon. She got me these for my birthday and I'm in love with them. I think mostly because like I've just had like this blank space on my wall ever since I moved in. Like I've had like nothing there. I didn't really have much to hang and I'm broke as hell, so I can't buy anything to hang it there. So when I hung these, I was like, oh my gosh, they're so cute. They're so pretty. I love it when I turn off the lights and they just glow and everything. They make me super happy. Like I love them.
Walls disappoint me. They make me feel like I'm in a prison.
Let me know if I should be able to write like disappointments on my little fairy lights there. I'm gonna write each letter on those little paper things. Let me know if
you should leave it up for all the world to see.
Yes. My roommates are gonna come and be like, what is this?
For each person who sees it, you tell them it's about a different person. Like
it's not about you.
See it, it's about my roommates. Your roommates see it.
It's about my family. It's about my life choices.
My deciding to go to college.
Yes.
My classes.
My deciding on my group for my physics lab. I hate them all. They're all so incompetent.
Okay, so thank you guys for watching. This was a sample test of what our podcast could potentially be like. Only it'll be more planned and formatted and stuff.
It'll be more planned. It'll probably be more funny and everything, even though I thought we were hilarious.
So definitely let us know if this is something you'd be interested in and any questions or topics you want us to talk about.
Put them down in the comments. We'd love to hear. We'd love to talk about it within reason.
And happy talking, happy listening.
Happy disappointments.
It's like what's his name with the happy little accidents?
Bob Ross.
Yes.
Oh, we put a little bit too much purple there. It's okay. Happy little accident. That's what we are. We're happy little disappointments.